Yo, what's happening, peoples? 12v34B back again after after a hiatus. Um, I decided to do this video after some recent comments on a video named "Message to People Wearing Jordans," and shout out to Ralph Miller for suggesting that I do this video. Um, because I really wasn't going to elaborate on it anymore after that video, which I did that video a long time ago. It had to be a good 4 or 5 years easy since I've done that video. But I felt that I wanted to touch on it again because like my views kind of have somewhat changed, or not necessarily changed or whatever, but even like to talk about even more so on it. Because the name of that video was "Message to People Wearing Jordans," and this is going to be like part two of that. "Message to People Wearing Jordans," basically part two. Um, Basically, in a nutshell, I have a question for you all out there that wear Jordans. Why do you wear the shoe? Do you wear it because it's something that you like? Is it something functional for you that you play basketball or whatever, you're into sports? You say, okay, here I want to get me a basketball shoe. I'm gonna get a pair of Jordans or whatever. Or are you buying it because of the price, or because it's the popular thing, or because people say, okay, hey, Jordans are sought after. This one is sought after Toro Bravos, whatever, Tokyos, or whatever the case may be. Are you getting that shoe because it's something popular, or are you buying it because you like it? A lot of times I've seen people, I've noticed people buying a shoe because it's popular and not for any personal reasons, that they don't have any personal reason why they're buying it outside of the fact that it's a popular shoe. Some people would buy the shoe and say, okay, hey, I'm buying it because it's popular. Now, regardless of how they really think the shoe looks or whatever, they're buying the shoe because of the popularity of it. I've have yet to buy like a pair of what it was. I think it's like eights, nines, 13s, tens. Because I don't like the silhouette of the shoe. I don't like the how the actual shoe looks, regardless of the colorway. So I'm not going to buy a pair of 13s or a pair of tens. Um, I don't even like the tools. So if someone be like, okay, hey, they have some tools on sale or whatever, blase, whatever the case may be, even if it's a regular price, I still would not buy it because of the fact that I do not like how the shoe looks. Now that's my own personal opinion. If you might love the twos, you might love the 13s, the 10s, whatever the case may be, it's fine. But in the end of the day, it's it all goes down to, why are you buying the shoe? Are you buying it because you like the shoe? Or are you buying it because of somebody that says, "Oh, this shoe is nice"? So you're gonna go and buy it just because. Um, this is Stealth Fives that I have. I bought these secondhand. Spent like maybe $30, $40 on them. But bottom line is that I bought them because I liked them. People be like, "Oh, you got to spend $100 on the shoes or whatever and stuff." And if that's your personal opinion or personal preference, then yeah, that's fine. But it becomes a problem when you go out and you say, "Hey, um, you choose to buy replicas or whatever they call them, fakes or whatever," which I don't call them fakes, but people out there say, okay, hey, you go out and you buy fakes, something is wrong or whatever. Like, why does it matter that that person chooses to wear this kind of show on their foot, as opposed to what you wearing on your foot? Um, like like me, I don't just wear Jordans. Like, this is like I think this is like my second pair of Jordans I've owned in my whole life. First pair I had was a pair of ones. I think it was the North Carolina ones, and I don't even have those anymore now. And I have these, and it's not like, oh, I got to have them. If somebody would have come and say, "Here, I would like to those Jordans," or they want to buy them from me or whatever, I sell it to them or whatever the case may be, because it's not. I got to have the shoe. I bought it because I liked it or whatever, but um, I wear other shoes. Like prime example, I wear Asics. I like the gel like threes. Got these the league ways. Um, see what else I have. I have New Balance. These are ones I wear a lot. 530 end caps. These shoes normal price be running $80, $100 or whatever, and upwards. But I didn't pay that amount for it. But if someone would have bought these and they say, hey, they wanna wear these and be like, okay, hey, they want to spend $130, that's perfectly fine. But if someone comes along and they say that, hey, I want to go and buy so called fakes or replicas, then let them go ahead on and do that. I never understood how people differentiate a real shoe and a fake shoe. Now, mine try understandably so. If you have a pair of Jordans and you get the shoe and it looks like Butterbean on the back of it trying to dunk the ball. Or if I understand that, okay, hey, that's not how Jordan looks, or that's not how the logo's supposed to look, and this that and the other. Those things are understandable. The discrepancies that I have with it be like when they'll say, okay, hey, that's a fake shoe because it didn't come from such and such place. But if if such and such person or people are so called authorized to make the shoe, um, and then you have this other group of people over here that are not authorized to make the shoe, but they know how to make the shoe exactly how those people who are authorized to make the shoe makes it. Does that make that shoe fake? Think about that. If they use the exact same materials, put the logo exactly where it's supposed to be at, the exact dimensions and everything be followed to a T. Does that make that shoe fake because it wasn't made by such and such person as that works for Jordan or Nike or whoever the case may be? Um, just think about other things. People come up with recipes. You have people that come up with ideas for food or whatever. They make something. They have that recipe, and that recipe is they'll say, okay, they keep that recipe hidden for years and years or whatever. Um, because they don't want nobody else to be making that, but they make. But then someone comes along and they find out that recipe. Do you sit up and say, okay, hey, whatever the name is, oh, that's a fake one because it wasn't made by that person who came up with the recipe? It was so called unauthorized, but because it didn't come from that same person. Most people be like, okay, hey, it looks the same, it tastes the same, then this is what it is. So how is it that when someone else makes a shoe and they make it to exact same specifications, it lasts just as long, it holds up, it's the right color and all this other stuff? What makes that shoe fake? Because it wasn't made by a certain person or whatever. And then when you think about it, those same people will be like, okay, hey, they get charged more because of that, because they say, "Oh, I gotta buy it from this person or that person." Um, I think that's kind of really it for this video. I might do a part three if I think about anything else, or if y'all have any comments on which y'all want me to elaborate on, or any other video ideas, just leave them down in the comment box below, and then hopefully I'll do some more videos for y'all. Peace out.